Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday, week 13 of the Wake Up Show, in which literally 24 hours we just named it the Wake Up Show. So, I mean, we move along that quickly when it comes to things like that. So, I guess we're just calling it the Wake Up Show from now on. So, got my boy on the side here. We got Mr. Unabomber here. So, tell me what's good. How you feeling, man?
Hey, what it do? What it do, man? Yo, man, I'm a nice guy. No unibombing over here, but hey, I'm outside, man. It's a little chilly in Cali, and I'm trying to stay warm, bro.
All right. So, for the sake of him being outside, hoodie and all, we're gonna try to make this quick so that we can so that you guys can get ready, so that we can get ready, and so like I said, so that my mans can go inside and actually have a nice warm coffee and enjoy the rest of the Sunday, because this is going to be a beautiful Sunday. This is week 13. Like I said, it's the week before 2 more weeks until the playoffs actually start for fantasy football. Let's see who we got already out for the day. So as of right now, the only person of significant difference, and I know that it may not be too significant to some, but Jerick McKinnon is out for Kansas City. Right away, the first thing I think about is how well Isaiah Pacheco was last week without him. So Isaiah Pacheco may have a little bit more value this week without McKinnon. So Pacheco may have more pass catching availability today. So fire up Pacheco. In today, a lot of people that had some questions, but in that's actually going to be playing is going to be Chris Olave, our boy in New Orleans, Tank Dell, your boy, Noah Brown. I'm going to call him your boys. Noah Brown, your guy?
Yeah, I got love for Noah, bro.
Okay, that's what's up. So Trey McBride, person I like for the rest of the year. Marquise Brown, Hollywood playing. Keenan Allen's going to be in. T. Higgins for Monday night. I know that that team is going to a little bit more awkward because of no Joe Burrow, but T. Higgins is at least playing Monday night. Travis Etienne playing. Brees Hall playing. Zeke Elliott, Mike's forever boy, and on a kind of on the surprising note, Treylon Burks for Tennessee. Like, we haven't really heard too much from him at all this year, but looks like he's back up and playing. Like, is there anyone that sticks to you that would be someone that actually matters on their team this week for this week that's actually playing today?
Well, I know one guy I like, who I'm not sure if you mentioned, maybe you didn't, I wasn't paying attention, but maybe you were going to mention it later. So if you were, then I hope I don't ruin the show. But from what I'm hearing, Demario Douglas is out.
Yeah.
So with Demario Douglas being out, I like Devontae Parker. I really didn't hear his name in that plethora of names, but that's somebody I might lean on. But for the guys that you mentioned, or for the situations that you mentioned, I think that Ramondre Stevenson, will be a really nice play today because, like I said, from what I understand, Zeke's questionable. And you have Bailey Zappi in there, and we don't really know how the passing game will be. And even if the passing game is successful, Ramondre Stevenson can be used in the passing game. So I kind of like him as a play.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that as well. Just generally the fact that Mac Jones is just benched. Like, it's not that he isn't hurt. He isn't injured. He isn't doing personal matters. Nah, he just benched. And Belichick is like, you know what? Zappi's our future, so you can take a seat, Mac. But it's just funny that even happened. And like Demario Douglas, I did actually forget to mention as far as him not playing today. So yeah, Devontae Parker could be an interesting last second play if you need a wideout position that bad. Again, not sure how Zappi's going to do, but usually I always felt the belief of like backup quarterbacks is always rely on second wide receivers, so wide receiver twos on the team, as well as short dink and dunks. So like tight end. So like maybe a Hunter Henry could do good this week. And just like you said, Ramondre Stevenson could actually do some damage as well, especially if Zeke isn't 100%.
Hey, shout out to Manny, because I believe Zappi is Manny's boy. So
is Zappi Manny's boy?
I think Zappy is Manning's boy. I think he's been touting the fact that Zappy's better than Mac Jones. We have to go back to season one of Next Up to validate that. But yeah, I think Zappy's Manning's guy. So hopefully he does good today.
Okay, no doubt. We'll take a look at the records. We got receipts. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But all right, let's go ahead and do the breakdown of each game. As far as who we're liking this week. So kind of a gross first game I have here. Colts and Titans.
Colts and Titans. Give me the Colts.
Yeah, man, he's going to be too excited about that. I'm picking the Colts too. There's just nothing. I mean, like I said, we talked about this before. There's two things on this podcast that we don't like, and that's the Tennessee Titans, and that's Najee Harris. For some reason, we just don't like him here on this show. No offense to them, we just don't like him.
Seems that way.
Falcons and Jets.
Falcons, Jets. Give me ATL.
Who you got?
Give me Atlanta.
Atlanta.
ATL.
Atlanta can't, or the Jets just can't score enough. They have the perfect defense, but their offense, they can't score worth anything. I'm going Atlanta too. Saints and Lions.
Detroit.
God, I don't even want to make a pick there. But you know what? Yeah, Detroit. Saints will. I mean, at least they got Chris Olave in this week, so it's a case of we'll see what happens. But no, it got to be Detroit, even though they're playing in New Orleans this week.
I think Detroit coming off that loss to Green Bay will be motivated. So
they should be. Okay, here's a good one. Broncos Texans.
I like this. I'm gonna actually go Broncos. They're hot right now. Let's keep it rolling. Russell Wilson looks like he's found some comfort in that offense, and I love Houston. I do, which is weird because I'm a Cowboy fan. I should hate them, but CJ Stroud's my guy. But give me Denver.
I'm gonna switch it up and actually gonna say Houston in this one.
Not mad at you.
I'm actually curious to see if Houston can take this one this week. On paper, this should be easy. We just talked about them. Chargers, Patriots.
It should be easy on paper, but it wouldn't surprise me if it ended up being a close game somehow. But give me LA. Give me the Chargers.
I'm gonna say Patriots only because the Chargers have disappointed me so much for the past year and a half.
Right. Right.
And maybe the change of pace with Bill Zappe figures it out as far as the Patriots winning. But the Chargers, their offense is too damn good. So I that's the other hand of it. But they still haven't been able to do anything with that. So I'll go with Patriots just for kicks and see what happens. Just as bad. Steelers, Cardinals.
We'll go with Pittsburgh. I'm just going with coaching. I'm picking Mike Tomlin over whoever the coach is for the Cardinals. So yeah, we'll go Pittsburgh on that.
From one Mike T to another. Okay, I see you.
Hey,
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh too. Arizona can win, but Arizona can win, but they just haven't shown me that they haven't been able to score enough to even get by. And Pittsburgh's defense is actually pretty solid. So kind of feel bad for any kind of players on the Cardinals or whoever owns them. I feel bad for myself. I got Hollywood Brown playing this week. Do I even have to say Dolphins Commanders? Do I even have to say anything about that?
No, I mean we can just move to the next team if you'd like. I mean, I think you already know where I stand with that one. Yeah.
See, he already knows. We all trust Sam Howell. So Commanders, let's go. Panthers, Buccaneers.
Give me Tampa Bay.
I want to switch it up to. I don't want to. I know the Tampa's going to win, but I'm going to switch it up this week and actually say that Carolina finds a way to win. The Buccaneers defense can kind of suck. So maybe Adam Thielen goes nuts this game. I don't know. We'll see. Browns and Rams.
Huh. You know what, man? Give me LA. Give me the Rams. I think the Browns might have trouble scoring. I think the Rams might both score just enough to win that game.
Zero faith in Joe Flacco.
Zero.
Okay.
Zero.
All right. I feel. But he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
I know it sounds harsh, man. I know Joe Flacco. He's a legend in this league, but right now, year 2023, nah, man. I think Joe's washed. But he can prove me wrong today. We'll see.
It's just that, do you believe more in the Rams or do you believe in Joe Flacco more? So it sounds like you believe in the Rams more.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna personally go. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Rams as well. The Sunday night game, Packers Chiefs in Tampa, in Green Bay.
In Green Bay. You know what? I like the way Jordan Love played last week, and I'm just to be different. And because I feel like I've kind of just been picking the favorites. Upset alert for Mike T. I'm gonna go Packers to win that game.
Yeah, fair. Because I was gonna go Pack too.
Where are you? Oh,
yes, we have two.
We're two alike.
And like, I don't know. Maybe this will be the proof of, or maybe this will be the game where they say that okay, Jordan Love did decent in the beginning of the year, 6 touchdowns, 2 games, and then he kind of crashed a little bit. But and then last week he came back alive. But the real test is going to be this week with Kansas City, and I feel that Green Bay can actually do it. So I'm gonna go Green Bay this week. Even though like fantasy wise, I can't see anybody doing too well. But yeah, I'm gonna go Kansas City losing against Green Bay this week. And Monday night game, Bengals and Jaguars in Jacksonville.
Bengals, Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence has been playing really good as of late. Bengals don't have Joe Burrow, of course. So I have to go Jackson.
Yeah, they got everyone else.
Everyone else, but yeah. So I have to go Jacksonville, even though it pains me to do so because I think the Bengals fully loaded would be the better team, but Jacksonville.
I hear that pain in you right now. I hear that pain. You're saying nah, it shouldn't be, but
shouldn't be that way, but it is.
I'm gonna go Jacksonville as well at home. Like Trevor Lawrence got to do has to do something in this game. Like they do. I mean, they're already division leaders right now. I think they're 9-3. I think. Which is still surprising, honestly. But I can see Jacksonville beating Cincinnati. Like I said, with a lack of Burrow, it just doesn't make sense for Cincinnati to find a way to win, especially if they're away. And I purposely gave this game for last because I need to know the Mike T thoughts of the day. Philly, Frisco.
Here we go. Yeah. This is I mean, for me, it's kind of either or. I mean, I guess it puts the Cowboys in position to be over someone. Of course, I would like the 49ers to win. That would make it easier for us to win the division. And then we follow up and we play Philly next week. So that would be cool. We could actually be tied if they lose today and they lose to us next week. So that would be awesome. But there's a really hard team to beat in Philadelphia. And as much as it pains me to say, I would probably pick. Sorry, I got cars driving by and stuff. Like I said, I'm outside, but I'd probably lean more towards Philadelphia. They're just a really hard team to beat at home. And if the game was in San Francisco, I would pick the Niners, but it's not. So I'm gonna pick Philly, even though it sucks to do that because I fucking hate those guys. All right.
The curiosity that I have, and it's always been my curiosity each and every week when it comes to the Niners, is how are they going to win? Like, and I hate even saying that because they're my team, but like, if I can't figure out what their consistent game is, then like how is anybody else gonna like figure out what their game is? Like pass what like excuse me, running wise, they're of course running offense one of the best in the league, no question. It's the same thing on the other side. I'm weary about the passing game or passing defense for the Niners, and that's what makes me a little bit scared, especially with them having both AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. So there's a way I can lean for Philly to actually win this, but I think I'm gonna say Niners, but it's gonna be close. Way too close. And this should have been the Sunday night game, not no who do we got again? No okay, Chiefs Packers. Okay, maybe that's still deserving of a Sunday night game, but I'm gonna go Niners this week, and I'm not too happy about it.
It should be a good game, really should. Like I said, I think that the undoubtedly the best teams in the NFC, in my opinion, are the Niners, the Eagles, and the Cowboys. So anytime two of those three can match up, makes for a good night of football. So I'm really interested in that game. See what happens. I can definitely see it going either way, but Philly's just a tough team to beat at home. So we'll see.
Okay, I have him here on the chat. Looks like he's still on. So I'm just gonna ask the $1 million question. Okay, Mike Lou, they are on a bye week this week. So tell me what's going on with Buffalo, man. Why is Buffalo the way that they are right now this week or this season in general? Can you explain that to me real quick? It's gonna take a second. Oh, he left. He left. He left. He doesn't want to explain everything. But okay, he goes head coach. Just the head coach.
He's not feeling McDermott. McDermott's got to go.
McDermott is okay. He's good, but like,
I'm not mad at him. But I mean, I don't watch all their games like Mike does. So you know,
right? I've been mad at their running game all year this year. Not using James Cook enough, and that's probably what's been bugging me because last year they were actually a little bit more decent. But I think they always had like kind of a bad running game anyway. It's been a while since there was someone decent in the running game. So
that's the crazy thing. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's the crazy thing to me. Man, I got helicopters going on. This is crazy. But the crazy thing, yeah, man, like it just has to be right now. You know the way the world works, man.
Of course. Good morning. Let's go.
But yeah, the crazy part to me though is like, yeah, they like never have a consistent running game. It seems like, right? But then at the same time, Devin Singletary will move on, or Zach Moss will move on, and they look really competent on their new teams. So I wonder if it's like the scheme or what it is, that doesn't lead to that.
Like all these people. But yeah, Mike Lewis saying the defense, like, and the defense actually did beef up this year. Like they did get decent players, but like I don't know. Like Buffalo is hitting different this week or this year, and it's not the way that I expected. We got Miami coming up and all that. Of Buffalo is 500. So in the end, like I don't know. Can Mike Lou be non-biased and say if whether or not Buffalo has a chance of winning the division this year? Am I asking for too much? I probably am. I know I am. But I'm just waiting for that answer. But actually, here's a good question. Okay, this is the last question, and we'll call it a day. You're the college football guy. We know what today is.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna say it out loud. All right, so probably this is the day that we've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. So that being said, who's the 4 that's going in this year?
Man, this helicopter is not leaving my house alone. Um, the four that are going in this year for the CFP, in my opinion, will be. It's tough, man, because this year is crazy. There's probably five teams that are deserving. Someone's gonna get left out. Any way that I cut it, but I'm gonna go with Michigan with the number one seed,
Okay.
Washington number two,
Ooh.
Texas number three,
Mm-hmm.
Alabama number four.
Alabama number four. Okay. All right.
That's the way it
So
should be. That's the way it should be.
no, wait, no Georgia,
No Georgia.
no Georgia,
No Georgia.
no
And
Florida
I know
State.
that's not it. And that's why I said I could be wrong. No Georgia, no Florida State. That's the way it should be. But you want me to tell you the way it will be?
What will it be?
What will it be? Here's what it will be. It will be Michigan number one,
Mm-hmm.
Washington number two,
Right.
Florida State number three,
Mm-hmm.
Texas number four.
And Mike Lou called it in that exact order.
Yeah, that's what it will. That's what it will be.
That's
I
what it
can't
will
see
be.
the chat. I can't see the chats because I'm on my phone. Remember I told you on my phone I can't see
Right,
the
right, right,
chat.
right.
So I didn't know Mike called it in that order, but Mike knows that's what it will be.
I mean, in all fairness, like I can actually understand. I can actually understand it being Michigan, Washington, Florida State, Texas. But I think just like what you said, like public wise, um, there's a lot of people from the Crimson Tide Nation that wants them in there because of the fact that they beat Georgia. But I think it's even more interesting that you're saying that Georgia overall is not even going to be in there at all. So like they dropped that much to the point where they're not even in it at all.
Yeah, and the reason I would say that is because of this. The past isn't supposed to matter.
Right.
It's supposed to be about just this season. So they're
Mhm.
11-1, just like all the other 11-1 teams now, or 12-1, excuse me, just like all
Right.
the other 12-1 teams now. But they lost to Alabama, and Texas beat Alabama. So you can't put them over Alabama, who they lost to, or Texas, who beat Alabama. So that's why I would put Georgia below them. It sucks for them. If Texas and Alabama wouldn't have played, then they could maybe say they're better than Texas. But they can't say they're better than a team who beat the team that just beat them. That's I would slot
That's
them in a
spiral. Yeah.
six. That would be the most. I mean, and this year, that's where they would have to end up, unfortunately for them. And it sucks because I know they've won like 40 something games in a row and all this other bullshit. But sometimes you lose to the wrong team, and when you lose to the wrong team, then you and the team below the team above them, because Texas was above Alabama, so
Right.
you lost to Alabama, and a team above them had already beaten them. So you got to slot underneath that team. So that's where I would put Georgia, and it does suck, and I know it's probably not fair, but it is what it is. That's the way the Saturday shook out. You know.
The last second. Like I mean, Bama beating Georgia last night. That took that like 360 to everything. As far as what to expect for later today. Are you upset that there's no Buckeyes this year?
No, I'm not because we're not deserving. We're not one of the best four teams in the league or in the college football. I think we're probably one of the best 6 to 10 teams, but definitely not one of the best four. So it sucks, but I think we'll be a lot better. Well, I don't know if we'll be a lot better because we're going to probably lose Marvin Harrison, but I think our quarterback play will be better next year because Kyle McCord will have another year in the system, or they'll probably go get a transfer dude who's nicer than him. I don't know how that'll work out, but no, they're not deserving. They should have beat Michigan. They didn't stand on business, so it is what it is.
They are like next year's draft class is going to be insane.
It really is.
So insane. And it's going to be one of the best ones that we've probably seen in a while. I know we keep saying that each and every year, but like this one is hitting so much more different. You have you have three quarterbacks that are looking in the status of being Heisman Trophy winners that are going to be out there next year. Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, and Daniels from LSU. You got Of course, you
Penix,
already talked about.
Penix from Washington, I like.
Yeah, and
Um,
yeah,
Penix from Washington, I like a lot. I think Quinn Ewers is going to come back, but I like Quinn Ewers. I mean, my man threw for 400 and some yards yesterday. I like him. He's coming back though, so I don't think he'll be draft worthy. But a lot of people like Drake May. I'm not really that big on Drake May, but a lot of
I
people
could I
like
could
him.
see it though. So like
Um,
Drake May is kind of like Will Levy of this year. I don't know.
yeah, coming out of
Levy's
North
doing all right
Carolina.
right now,
So
so we'll see.
yeah, I didn't like Levis, and he is playing pretty good. So I mean, I'm not always right. Sometimes there's certain things that you look at a player and you're like, it's not really my style. But
You know, I'm
hey,
sticking to my guns. I don't think he's that good.
I don't either. I don't either. I really don't. But when I got you, there's no way to judge how a player is going to perform when he gets in a game because we can't really see his heart and how much,
Right.
and how he's really built from the inside. So I love being proven wrong. Like I'm not happy when I don't think a guy's going to be good. I hope everybody can be good, but I just go from
Right.
what I see and try to keep it as real as I can keep it. So if you could prove me wrong, prove me wrong. We'll see. But yeah, it should
Exactly.
be a great draft. Should be a really good draft, like you were saying.
Yeah. Not Najee Harris. That's him all year. This year and last year for just
Prove
bro.
me,
Anyway,
prove me wrong, Najee. Prove me wrong, man.
we still waiting. This is what, third year, second. This is third year, right?
Yeah,
He
he's
hasn't
not
proven it.
horrible. He's not
I know he's
horrible.
not okay. I know he's not
Yeah,
horrible. Like just
yeah.
like the meme says, he's physically built. He runs fast. He can bench press this and that. He just can't play football that well. As of right now, like I said, maybe another couple years, get a resurgence. I haven't really seen that many running backs have a resurgence. So we'll see. Okay, so Mark hops on saying that a lot of people are hyping Curtis Samuel today. Well, okay, so Curtis Samuel is getting hyped up for two reasons. One, they're playing in a higher paced game against Miami, and there's going to be like 10 times more, maybe not 10 times, but there's going to be more plays than usual in the game, and because of that, especially with the fact that Washington, of course, is going to likely lose. We've all talked about it. And because of that, there's going to be more passing opportunities, especially with Sam Howell throwing like, I don't know, 98 pass attempts per game. So pick up Sam Howell. No. And the other thought about that is with Miami is one of the worst defenses for what does Kurt Samuel run? The slot. Yeah. So Curtis Samuel is a slot receiver, and Miami's one of the worst in slots. So I would actually, if there's a reason why I've seen people drop Terry McLaurin but pick up Curtis Samuel instead. So if that's what you want to do for a rental for the week, if you have a wide receiver that's out for the week because of the bye, then by all means, I wouldn't be mad at Curtis Samuel. What do you think? You're a Curtis Samuel guy, right?
Yeah, I like Curtis Samuel. He hasn't been as effective in the offense lately as he was earlier in the season. There was a point in the season where him and Torrey McLaurin were like even in like fantasy points.
Right.
So Curtis Samuel, I think, is a really good play. He gets targets, and Sam Howell throws the ball a lot. Like you said, they probably will be losing. They'll be trailing, so they're going to need to throw it. So I have no objections to playing Curtis Samuel today. If you have some position to him, probably play him in the flex. Not mad at that.
And that's probably the reason why a lot of people are talking about Curtis Samuel over Jahan Dotson because of the based on the actual positional play. Dotson, he's okay. We always knew that he was okay. But with Sam Howell, there's going to be plenty of passes to go around, especially if the O coordinator is coming from Kansas City. So there's going to be plenty of passing opportunities for Sam Howell. But not to scare you too much, but I don't know. Maybe Washington could be a team in 2 years. Not this year, not next year, but the year after. If they can keep it together, there could be something. There could be something there with Washington. But
Ain't
but we're
never
not talking
scared,
about
man. Accept the
that.
competition. So I'm never scared. Accept the competition. I want them to be good. Be good so we can have good games.
I mean, we all would like that. Magic Johnson would like that. That's his team. He would love it. But yeah, that's it for our show. We got about an hour left, so we got to do what we have to do. Unless there's any more questions, doesn't look like there's any more questions here. Actually, wait. Okay, I'll do 3 picks real quick because I forgot to do that. Let me see what I got written on here for the gambling junkies because they do exist.
Get your money, man. Get your money, Manziel.
Okay, what? Right? We talked about Is Mike hammered? Mike, are you hammered? Is that the explanation for the Unabomber look? But no, you said that.
No, I'm really out. I'm outside the sun, man. Like it's real right now. Yeah, I'm good.
But let's go. So let's see 3 that I actually like. Okay, so the first one we talked about how we kind of like Green Bay this week, and for an upset against Kansas City. And I'm gonna go. So the first one is gonna be, if you can get it, the Packers at +6. So simply touchdown. Oh, well, 6.5. I'll say. So touchdown or less. I feel that the Green Bay can either lose by or just win flat out. So I'm gonna go first with that. I feel that's enough for them to get by. I'm gonna go under 43.5 if you can find it, for Tennessee against Indianapolis. Tennessee just can't score, and Indianapolis can. So that's kind of the bigger thing. Like if Indianapolis is gonna flat out win, if Indianapolis is gonna win, they're not gonna like run up the score. So they're like, if anything, they're gonna get like to the max, probably like 24 points. And if Tennessee can't score, they're not gonna get 20. They're not gonna get 20. In that case, they're gonna be much lower. So I'll say they're down to like 17. It'll be like 17-24. That's kind of where I'm looking at with Indianapolis and Tennessee, and that'll be enough. That'll still be enough to cover. And the third and final. I'm sorry, you're not looking at the chat right now.
No, I can't see it.
We got a good back and forth right now with who's winning, who's winning. Bill Manny's throwing it out there that Bills are going to lose this week, even though they're on the bye.
Okay.
Yo, come on now. With Josh Allen, with him guaranteeing that Josh Allen's throwing a pass or throwing a pick
on a bye week.
On a bye week. That's damn. All right, so the third one I have is I'm gonna go Panthers covering. Like, and this is just me saying that we talked about it earlier today, where I feel that Carolina does somewhat have a chance of beating the Buccaneers this week. Like, I know Tampa Bay is decent, but like they still haven't there hasn't been anyone that they crushed so far that makes me convinced enough that they can actually win by a touchdown or more. So I got it at 5.5. So if you're able to pick it up, then by all means go for it. So that's pretty much it, and that's gonna be our show for today. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the back and forth here still. Don't talk about Winston like that. Or they're talking mess about Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston was like, I remember watching Jameis Winston in college at Florida State. Like when he first played anyway, he had like such like a mind of a prodigy. And like I expected him to to do so damn good in the pros, but like, yeah, he said. I mean, he got 30 and 30 last or the year before, 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. I mean, you can't teach that. I mean, he still has a job. Like he may be a backup, but he still at least has a job. 30, like there's your 30 for 30 ESPN, 30 for 30 Jameis Winston. Let's go.
You can't teach that. No, you can't. Yeah.
I mean, there's not even
That's
that many.
innate. That you're born with that. That's innate. That's internal. That's you. And
Yo, there's not many.
can't be
There's
taught.
there's not many people who have like 15 interceptions right now, right?
No, that's not a good thing. Yeah, it's not that the benchmark. You want to stay under 10. We all know that. But I mean, of course, there's a lot of quarterbacks to go over, but 30 is a grip. That's a lot of interceptions.
They were behind so many times that he had to throw, and the more throw, didn't he also lead the league in pass yards that year?
I think he did. He was like,
Yeah,
that was
like-
a wild year. That was a wild year.
That was the most, like, he had the most insane stat line I've ever seen for any kind of quarterback. But like, it's so bad, it's impressive. Like I think he had 5,000 yard year that year. I think actually. Hold on, I gotta pull this up. James Winston, 30 for 30 stats.
I'm pretty sure he had 5,000 yards that year too. If not, he was close to it.
I'm pretty confident he did. But like but yeah, like I said, that's just wild. But just in general, like who does that? And game ending. He ended up okay. I'm reading an article. He ended up like the last interception that he did. So first of all, he did get 5,000 yards.
Okay.
And it's just wild because of the fact that like his last interception was a pick six. Like if you're gonna go out, you're gonna go out in style. That's funny.
Dang, gotta eat them W's.
So, okay. So let's write them crab legs. Okay. So Mike Lou put in an interesting inquiry. Josh Allen MVP. Would you put him over Dak?
No, I wouldn't put him over Dak. But I mean, that's Mike's guy, so I'm not mad at it. But nah. Not right now. Like not
right
this
now.
year. There's a lot of years. I mean, and pretty much every year, probably, but this year maybe I would do that. But not this year, man. I gotta give my man Dak his props.
You know what? Finish. If Dak can finish the season strong, and there's literally nothing that's stopping him from right now. Like if Dak can finish the season strong, he's MVP. Like he may have a like not to make it feel like I'm bashing, but but as of right now, he's kind of similar to what Jalen Hurts did last year, where Jalen Hurts had like all of a sudden like a good run, and then from out of nowhere, sometimes all it takes is just like one issue, like one problem. And I think it was either he missed a game because I think he was injured. I think Jalen was injured for a game.
Yeah,
for a game, and that took
the game we played.
Yeah, and that took him out. That took him out of the MVP race. So,
right.
So like all it would take is that, and then if Dak can keep going, with at the rate that he's in right now, then I wouldn't mind putting him MVP.
Yeah, I mean, I think his last 7 games, he's 20 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. He's really playing great right now. So as of right now, yeah, I think he would be leading over Josh Allen. But I mean, we have more weeks to go, so anything can happen. We'll see what happens at the end of the year. But
yeah, I was about to
as
say,
of right now,
yeah, right now, like regular season wise, we got about like 13, 8, I can't count. 5 more weeks. We got a month left.
Yeah.
So literally anything can happen. But but I gotta give props where
We play,
and I think it's long.
I think we play them like in a week or 2 weeks. So we'll see. It's in Buffalo, and Dak will be there. Allen will be there. So they'll get to show us straight up who the MVP is. So that's the beauty of it. We'll see.
And you play Philly again, don't you?
We play Philly next week.
So Philly next week, and then Buffalo like the week after.
Yes, sir. It's getting real.
Jeez.
And if Dak goes through this stretch and doing what I hope he does, he'll be the MVP. Will Miami after that? I think.
Let's actually go ahead and pull it up. I won't take too much more of your time. This Cowboy check-in brought to you by Muscle Milk.
Get that protein, that muscle milk. That's what helps you
get that protein.
Get you strong.
Get those games.
Got
get
to,
those
man.
games. Get those games.
I better not.
The MVP season.
I better not see somebody walking in the gym without that muscle milk. I'll be like, he ain't a real one.
You
don't know.
You know nothing. Okay, Cowboy schedule 2023. You got Detroit at the end of the year.
Them too. Add them to the collection.
Yeah. So Eagles next week. Eagles next week. Bills after that in Buffalo, which may be hard. Dolphins, you got. Detroit, you got. Commanders, you got.
So this next stretch, man, if Dak goes through that stretch, I mean, imagine he goes through that stretch undefeated and it's still putting up stats. He's putting definite MVP. But if he goes through that stretch and looks good and is still doing what he's doing now, playing at an elite level, and we have a winning record through that stretch, so let's say we go 4-1, or let's say we go 4-1 or 5-0. I think that's what Dak's gonna have to do to win the MVP, honestly, because we're Dallas and a lot of people don't want that.
I don't know why I left.
It's okay. I mean, I'll take the full pan, but I was, felt like a star. Yeah, man, I feel like Dak's gonna have a perfect runway, if you want to say, or path to the MVP. Now it's up to him to take it or not, and we'll see. But if he continues to play the way he's playing right now, then I think after those games, if he still looks as good as he looks right now, you would have to say he's the MVP, because that's a pretty rough stretch to end the year. So we'll see. It's all up to him.
And just for giggles, we'll finish. We'll talk with Mike Lou about this as far as who his squad has. So Kansas City next week in Kansas City, Dallas, of course, the Chargers. That should be a fun game, actually. I'm betting on the over on that one. I don't care what it is. It's a 50 plus. I'm betting it. They're playing against the Patriots, and they finish up with the Dolphins. So two different paths.
Yeah,
two different paths. And Dak has to keep on. Dak just has to simply keep putting up the numbers that he's putting up like right now, because like he had that bad stretch in the beginning, and I'm kind of glad that he got that over with, so that like he's like ascending where he needs to do it, which is right here, right now, where the playoffs matter, not only for regular, not for the regular season, but for us also for fantasy. So that's gonna be challenging, and that's gonna be fun. So okay. So legit, real shit. Now we got 45 minutes to do everything. So I'm gonna let everybody go. Go ahead and get your bets in. And 49ers better win today. Better to win today. I need you to reword that, Manny. That's not how it's worded. 49ers better to win today, or I'll fight me regardless. Win or lose, fight me anyway. So we're in Vegas. We can make a night of it. But yeah. That's gonna be our show for today. Manny probably missed all the bets that I did, so I had to text it to him. So everyone have a good day. Enjoy some games today. I'm gonna get some sunshine in here because I only got my light on. It looks weird right now, but yeah, everybody enjoy, and We'll talk later. Enjoy.
Peace, guys.